What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today, BCH USD. Shout out to the Dragon Riders in the House of the Dragon. Hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you all for being here. It is the 23rd day of April. Here we are with about 9 hours, 52 minutes left in the day, sitting at $456. We have seen a bit of a move up, getting up as high as 473, and a bit of a wick down. This, again, this is not how I was expecting it to go. I didn't think it would take this much time, and I did think by now we'd be here, we'd even be higher by now. Bitcoin, over the weeks that have transpired, has done this and seen higher highs. Bitcoin Cash has done this and seen lower highs. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I don't like it. Now, the BCH BTC chart and the analysis we did yesterday does have some promise to it. And there have been times, even when Bitcoin drops, that Bitcoin Cash still moves up. But we're very close now. We're very, very close now. So close, dare I say, that today could be the day that we start to move down. Tomorrow, maybe today or tomorrow we find a high, and then the coming days, sometime between now and the next week, I believe even less than a week, we will see Bitcoin start to break down. And if that happens from here with Bitcoin Cash, that doesn't mean Bitcoin Cash has to move down, but statistically speaking, it likely does. The fact that the reaction from this was relatively weak, the fact that the move up that we were expecting from breaking down here, right? We broke down out of this with low volume. We should have seen a snap back, but we haven't. It's been like a month and we haven't. It's not encouraging. Now, if we look at Bitcoin Cash on the long term, Bitcoin Cash is holding up better than 99% of altcoins versus Bitcoin and versus the US dollar. It's holding up better than most of them. It is a force to be effed with, that's for sure. But even forces such as these can retrace and set up to break out at a later date. It doesn't mean if Bitcoin Cash loses this level that it's dead in the water. But it does mean that we forego this beautiful setup, as absolutely depressing as it is. If we break out of this to the downside, guys, we forego one of the most beautiful setups in crypto's history. And this scenario, man, this is, I'm just surprised that I'm even talking about this right now, because this is just it's so clear, it's so clean, it is perfect. And this will be the first time in my time as an analyst, 10.5 years, seeing a setup like this over a long period, like, dude, and then it breaks down. It almost feels like that in itself is a compelling, convincing enough argument in my head to say blindly that we're going to move up. Yeah, Bitcoin's going to move down, but Bitcoin Cash is going to move up. Another way that it could happen is that I'm wrong about Bitcoin. This is the low. We're going to break out. We're going to see prices rip, not just to 80K. A move up to 80K won't do it. We got to rip through it, guys. We got to get through these lows here at like 85K. We do that. If we do that, and this is not the, we're not going lower, and this is the bear market low or the corrective low, whatever the proper terminology is, then okay. But that seems more ridiculous to me than Bitcoin Cash going lower. And this is pretty ridiculous right now. This again, this is such a prime setup, and that's why it's so hard to imagine that we're even considering the possibility of going below this line, let alone all the way down to the lower levels of this consolidation phase that we're in. But I think it's time to really start to consider that more heavily. Somebody said it was really obvious that we were going to $400 or below $400 when we were at 420, literally at the low. From here, from 456, which isn't that much higher, I'm hopping on board. I think it's really obvious now. Wasn't so obvious there. In fact, we had the setup for a bullish, really for a bullish move. We had the setup and we did Nothing with it, guys. That's not good, man. The green dragon is subdued. She's chained up. We're ready to fly, but man, we're going to go lower, I think. And with that, we have positives. We will continue to form bullish divergence on our MACD, on our weekly MACD. We will get into or around the oversold zone, which, I mean, anytime we've been around there, have marked significant lows for Bitcoin Cash throughout its history. And again, Bitcoin Cash really isn't even in a bear market. Even if we drop to $300, even if we drop below $300, we're not in a bear market. This is not bear market. It's just a crab market, which, if anything, in the long term, should we find support here, will only promote this idea that we grow, but it'll happen at a later date than originally intended. You know, we might not break out of this range until 2027, which is fine. More time to accumulate at lower levels. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not selling any of my Bitcoin Cash. I'm not touching it. I'm holding, because if I'm wrong, great, we'll make money. If I'm right, great, we'll buy more at cheaper. But I am not selling here. If you'd like to, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Might be a last ditch effort beforehand, but again, you never know. You never know, man. You really never know when this bubble pops to the upside. I've got nothing else to say. Maybe I do. Let's do some TA. Haven't really done much TA. This is not bullish behavior, guys. A pump and a dump is not what you want to see. And again, this gap here is waiting to be filled. I think there's other gaps too, if I'm not mistaken. There's a gap right down here. It needs to be filled all the way at 434. There's no other gaps, but I mean, just going from 470 like this down to 430, going below 434, doesn't look good, man. Does not bode well. The best hope we have is one of like three things. And these are all not likely to happen from here. One, I'm wrong. Just kidding. That could happen. That's got a decent chance. One, we continue to consolidate. Even though Bitcoin drops and we're at our local high, continues to consolidate, and it just holds that trend line, that's the historical trend line that we've been holding support at for years, right? Or resistance at for years, and now support. We just continue to consolidate. That's the one thing. Two, Bitcoin dumps and Bitcoin Cash pumps, which to me just seems crazy. Or three, Bitcoin pumps more than I'm expecting it to, and Bitcoin Cash pumps as well, which also seems kind of crazy, but it'd be less crazy than the second option. Anyways, 1 hour time frame. Looking at this here, are there any gaps to the upside? There are. There's a gap here at 462 to fill, so we might move up a little bit. Maybe we move up here, we get a lower high. Maybe we move up here, we get a higher high. I don't care if we go to 485. I'm sticking with the bearish proposal. We still have lower prices to go, and I am on board with going below $400. Maybe we get to 485 first. Maybe we get to 500 first. I'm sticking with the bearish side, man. This is not proper, and I don't think we're going to get up that high. I think we probably do get somewhere of a lower high here between like 470 and 465, and then we sell off. That's my expectation. RSI, it's bullish overall. It's actually pretty bullish overall on the 1 hour, but it's just the 1 hour time frame. Stochastics look bullish. That's good. That's nice. Agreeing with the idea that we probably come up throughout the day today. And the MACD, I don't really care. It could be bullish. It could be bearish. I don't know. It's the 1 hour time frame. We're not going to worry about that too much. Worrying about the 1 hour MACD is like worrying about AIDS when you have crabs. I think I just made a saying. Anyways. 4 hour time frame, if we're looking at this, it's a bullish RSI. It's a pretty bullish RSI. We move up here and we see a higher high, we're likely going to have bearish divergence. Likely. So just keep that in mind. Stochastics right here bouncing off the 50, it's bullish. MACD looks bullish. They all look bullish on the 4 hour. No qualms here. And you're finding support at prior resistance. This is good. Looks good. It's not the relative stuff that I'm disappointed with. The relative stuff actually looks good. Like the short-term stuff, it's the overall reaction. It's the overall reaction to this breakout here that I'm disappointed with. We should have launched from here. with that low ass volume breaking out here. We should have recovered like that. We didn't. Oh, it's because we're forming a double bottom. Okay, all right, that's fair. Double bottoms are better actually, and hell, it's even like a triple bottom, double bottom fake out. We love it. It's great. What the hell? We finally start to break out and womp womp. Just these are foreshadowing signs, my friends, of lower prices to come, and I expect that we will see lower prices to come. The daily RSI, you broke out above this, you should be going higher, man. What are you doing? What are we doing? We're at the 60 to find resistance. It's not good. Stochastics are waning a little bit, but still kind of bullish to be fair. The MACD has bullish potential as well, but the zero is not to be trifled with. Oftentimes we do reject it. The last time we did. Okay, we've rejected it here even. You had to reject it before you crossed through it. Makes me nervous, man. We've got some bullish stuff on the short term, but that daily time frame, there is some headwinds ahead of us. I got nothing else for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, hit the subscribe button. Thank you all for being here. If you hated the video, leave me a scathing comment. Tell me about how bad I am as an analyst. Make fun of me in all your little ways. And then get on with your day. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye. See you later.